What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. Today we're turning all of these ingredients behind me into this low-carb keto breakfast pizza. How many more adjectives can we put into this before you try this at home? Let's get cooking. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start cooking up our meat. Since it is going in the oven afterwards, it doesn't have to be cooked all the way through, but we're going to give it a good head start. So just to make things a little bit easier on myself, I am going to grab a non-stick pan and let's get that going. All right, so we're just going to turn this to kind of between medium and medium-low heat. And we want about a half a pound of sausage and about the same in bacon. Now check this bacon out. This is Berkshire pork from Conley Family Farms, the sponsor of today's video. Both the sausage and the bacon come from my local source and my favorite sponsor. Look at this. We're just going to pack it in there. We will deal with it later. They gave this to me uncured, and they gave me this nice little recipe on how to season it. And I skipped one of the steps. I was supposed to throw this on the smoker, but I didn't have time for that. So we're going to go ahead and do that. If that interests you, let me know in the comments below, and maybe we'll do a video on that. Alright, so as we get this going here, what we're going to do next is we're going to start on our crust. This crust is something that I have created that is inspired by chaffles. Chaffles is a waffle, egg, and some flour, and cheese, that's where the CH comes from, and you cook it in a waffle iron. It's also keto low-carb friendly. So what I have done is I've kind of converted it into a pizza crust that's just excellent and absolutely perfect for breakfast. So, get this recording here. We're going to start out with 6, what do you call these? Small to medium size eggs. Let me get a trash canister over here. And we're just going to go ahead and attempt to not get any shells. Already failed. Oh. Have you ever got so frustrated trying to get shells out that you're just like, screw it, I'll leave it in there? I've never done that. Try the counter thing. These bowls have kind of a wide lip on it. Oh man. I'm on the struggle bus this morning apparently. Or this afternoon, I should say. I frequently do not have breakfast until afternoon. As I have put in my kind of intro transition thing, this is not a diet or a nutrition channel. And I say that because we're all humans and we're all different. And what I find that works for me may not necessarily work for you. So I'm not going to stand in front of you and tell you how to do your thing. And I appreciate the same. So, let's see here. So it is, if you want to do this in a different size pan, the ratio per egg is 2 tablespoons of almond flour. So if you go bigger, if you want thinner crust, just remember for each egg you use, 2 tablespoons of almond flour. So I got 6, that's 12 tablespoons. How many cups is 12 tablespoons?
12 tablespoons is 0.75 cups.
3/4 of a cup. So I need my 1/4 cup. There's 1, 2, 3, for 3/4. And this stuff saves a little bit better if you put it in the fridge. So we're gonna go ahead and put it back in the fridge. And now this is the part that I have found is not optional. So cream of tartar or tartar or however you pronounce it is some kind of an emulsifying agent. And I don't know what that means. I just know the word. This is what makes it fluffy. So if you just whisk this all together and use this as your pizza crust, it's gonna be very, very eggy and not very doughy. And that's one of the things that low carb and keto lifestyle really struggles with, is the texture of the alternatives. So do not forget this. And for this amount of eggs, I'm gonna use 2 teaspoons. So here's 1. I hear our meat starting to cook over there. So hopefully this is not the first video that I fail in front of you guys because I got too many things going on and I forget to look this way or the other way. Or listen, it is what it is. Next, we're gonna want just a little bit of salt in your pizza dough, pizza crust. So I'm just gonna shake a little bit in. I don't know, what was that? Maybe half of a teaspoon, maybe not even that. And we're gonna get a good old-fashioned whisk. If you wanna use an electric one, go for it. And just get at it. Get everything nice and mixed together, whisked together, combined. And it's relatively thick, but you want to make sure that you get all the ingredients nice and together. Every once in a while, go up on the side if you got some ingredients clinging onto it. Whew. Okay, and once you get to that consistency, you're good to go. So I'm gonna go back over here and check on our meat. There we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. And our big giant pieces of bacon, I'm just gonna start flipping here. This Berkshire pork is just incredible. And it's so neat to me that I know the guy who grew it, raised it. So we're gonna let that keep going. I gotta check whatever that bing bong was. Got a lot going on today. Trying to get some food going. Trying to record a video. Somebody's showing up from Marketplace to pick up my old washing machine for free. I tell you guys, it's been a week. The other day, I was running laundry and my washing machine just decided to check out, no 2 weeks notice. So kind of don't even have undershirts anymore, and you guys know what's coming up next that we're running out of. So got a lot of things in the air this week, and that's okay. That's life. We'll get through it together. All right, so we're actually baking our pizza in this cast iron, and this is what, like a 9 or 10 inch. It's a number 7 Lodge, and we re-seasoned this in a video a few weeks ago. Very fun. Hope you guys enjoyed that. This is going to take a little more time, so I'm going to go ahead and give this a head start just so that we're not burning anything on camera. And that's just the nature of my channel. When I got to be producer, I got to do the research, I got to do the editing, and I just don't want to burn things in front of you. Obviously, if you're doing this at home, you're good to go. So I'm going to get the meat done, and I will be back when we have a new step to do. All right. All right, while we're waiting on everything to come together, let's go ahead and get some of our toppings ready. So I got a yellow sweet onion. I believe this is a sweet onion. It is a Peruvian gold onion. Cool. And we don't need all of it, but I don't know. We'll start with half and see what that looks like. So we'll get this going here. Peel the paper off, try to keep everything clean, or at least clean adjacent. You know how it goes. We're not going to need a whole half, to be honest. Let's see what just that looks like. Yeah. We'll cut this, and if it's too much, we'll put it in the fridge, and if it's not enough, we'll cut more. How's that for a good solution? So there's that. And here's this. Just gonna tidy this up real quick. So we got some onion. I want to get some green pepper, and this has a blemish on it, I noticed, so we're not going to use that side. Start with that, because I do want red and green. Alternatively, if you want to put some heat into it, put some heat into it. Incorporate jalapenos, whatever your favorites are. Some chipotles, which I believe are just jalapenos that are dehydrated. Not really sure how that works, but I am interested in learning more about peppers, so if you have any guidance for me and want to share some links down below, I will take a look at them, because curiosity is a good thing. I do want to try something new today. I've not done this before, but I got these little petite cherry tomatoes. They say sweet, juicy, and crisp. Snacking tomatoes. Let's test that out. Can confirm, good snack. So I'm gonna grab just a couple of these. So 6. Gonna go over here. Get this guy going. I wish you guys could smell this. Let's go ahead. Just gonna keep rotating everything. We're gonna kind of cut that up into smaller pieces once it's closer to cooked. And these snacking tomatoes, I just want to thinly slice. And they're going to kind of appear like pepperonis. I think that might be kind of neat. It might give a little layer of flavor. So when I was testing this for you guys, I didn't do this combination. I actually made a pepperoni pizza with this crust. It was very good, but it was not very breakfasty. There was just something about the egg chaffle crust and the bite of the pepperoni that was like, it felt like I was in college again. Except that wasn't fresh pizza. That was as cold as it could be pizza from the night before. Usually you'll have that. All right, so we got all that ready to go. Our meat is still getting there. And you want your ground beef, if you are using ground beef, excuse me for stuttering all over the place. You just want it to be broken down into little tiny chunks, kind of like that. Oh, that was way too hot. God, it's so good. Listen, if you're not in the southern Ohio area and you can't visit Conley Family Farms to pick up your meat, we do encourage you to hop on Facebook and find your local farm and support local farmers to you. All right, so that's still going. We got our toppings ready. We got our crust going. Let's go ahead and I'm going to tell you how I kind of developed this crust recipe. So I found out that if you just pour it in here and put your toppings on it, you're basically making an omelette, which there's nothing wrong with that. It actually ate pretty good still. But what you want to do is actually we're going to preheat the cast iron skillet at the same time we're preheating the oven to a 450 degrees. There we go. I hope you don't break down on me like my washing machine did. At least not while I'm recording. That would stink. So this is going to get heated up. We're going to not fully cook the egg-ish crust. We just want it to kind of harden up a little bit so that when we put our layers and our ingredients on top of it, it doesn't just fall right through like an omelet. Also, since this is not traditional gluten bread or wheat bread or whatever it's called, we want to bring as much texture into it as we possibly can that mimics a normal pizza. And yellow cornmeal, which is not keto friendly, but when you're using it just as, you're about to see, not much. When this warms up, we're just going to coat the bottom with butter nice and thoroughly. I have some wrapped up here. You'll see what's going on. Should probably get this guy back over here. Ah, perfect. All right, can you guys see both pans all right? Maybe a little bit farther over. There we go. Do you guys see what I go through for you? Make sure you're subscribed. And we're gonna let this get heated up. Maybe get you some more light here, huh? I'm okay with that. So, with some butter, you don't want it drowning in butter. You just want a nice light coat, and you want to get the walls a little bit too. And this is just going to make everything easier when it comes time to lift it out of here and eat it. Now here's the part I was telling you about. Very carefully and very lightly, if you are trying to stay low-carb keto, we're just going to sprinkle some cornmeal on the bottom like this, and this is going to give you that classic pizzeria texture. And trust me, you don't want to skip this because it's awesome. Now, once you got that, go ahead and just make sure that your egg dough, what should we call this thing? Very carefully, pour it in slowly, because you want the cornmeal to remain on the bottom of the skillet. There you go. There's that. And now the burner is on. We're letting it cook a little bit. While the oven's preheating, our meat is still finishing. We're gonna build this, we're gonna bake it, we're gonna eat it. How awesome is that? So, I think we're about there. Certainly with the sausage. I think that's done enough because this is going to continue to cook in the oven. So I'm going to push that aside. And I'm going to take a moment here to just kind of tidy up my work area. Keep checking the driveway for marketplace visitors. So we got this going. Oh, I didn't hit record. Goodness. Maybe I'm pushing it today with this is the first time I'm doing 3 camera angles, but you'll have that. You will have that. All right, toppings are ready. I got a new toy to play with. I got this little cheapo deluxo Amazano grater shredder thinger. When I was testing this, the amount of mozzarella I wanted, I was like, it was too much. So I was like, hey, we need tools. So, 2-day delivery shows up at my door. Where did my scissors go? I never know where my scissors are. Scissors and tape measures and guitar picks all have a magic zone. I don't know. All right. Let's see what we got here. I'll bring you over. All right, I guess first we should probably lock it. Ooh, that's locked pretty good. All right. Okay. It appears to be working pretty good. Must say. Maybe we ought to test it first. See? Whoop, that's for Sadie. I love cheese. If you're going through the effort of making your own pizza dough, I don't care if you're following this recipe or another recipe, shred your own cheese. There's that fine little gritty powder stuff that they put on there for shipping that just, it's not the same. This thing working pretty good. Honestly, wonder how else we can use it on the channel. So if you're interested, I'll put a link in the description below to this thing. I don't think it was much more than 20 bucks, if it was even 20 bucks. So there we go. Cheese. That's probably too much cheese, so I'm gonna snack on a little bit. Right now, we got snack tomatoes and snack cheese. That was a combination that didn't suck. Okay. Make sure we're recording this time, because this part's kind of important. All right. See how it's kind of starting to set up? We're getting there. You want a little bit more. So what we're going to do is actually, I'm going to take this bacon that was huge, as you saw, and we're going to cut it into a little bit more manageable pieces for pizza. And it's going to be awesome. I'm so excited. No one's going to mind if I steal a piece, huh? Holy crap, that's good. This is about where I want to be. So I'm going to turn that burner off, but I'm going to leave it on the burner. And we're going to start building. So I'm going to go with a layer of cheese first. And this is going to be awesome. This is, if I did not mention it, this is mozzarella. Mozzarella, as they say. I don't know who they is, but I'm sure somebody does. So there's that. There's that. About right there. And I'm going to take some of this bacon, and we're going to spread it all around, just kind of evenly like that. And I have, apparently, and I knew this would happen, that's okay, I've got a little bit more ingredients than I entirely need. But we'll just go ahead and put them in the fridge. And I can do the same thing again tomorrow. I like that. Maybe find another piece here. Like that. And while my hands are all nasty dirty, we're going to spread around some pork sausage from my friends at Conley Family Farm. I'm liking it. I gotta sneak a piece. That's so good. I like that. That's pretty good. Excuse me 1 minute. All right. Now I think I want another layer of cheese. Just a light layer. Kind of work to glue this all together. Yep. Need a little bit more. I want some onion. What do you think about that? Yeah, good. I want some green pepper. Kind of like that. I like it. I want a little bit of red pepper. I guess hanging out together. That's going to have a nice crunch to it. And I want to put some of these slices of snacking tomatoes on like so. I have no idea if this is a good idea or not, but we're going to find out. And we're going to find out together. All right, keep going here until it's nice and even. I think this is going to be a good idea. What does that look like, huh? And the last thing I want to do is on the top. Just want to crack some pepper. Okay, excellent. And we're going into a preheated oven at 450 degrees. And here's the trick, you just got to keep an eye on it. So I'm going to start with 10 minutes, and we're going to see. I think it'll probably need more. My test one was 15 minutes was perfect, but that was a little thinner. There wasn't as many ingredients, so we're just going to find out. You guys see this? All right, there's your before shot, okay? Here we go. 10 minutes. That was the wrong button. Oh my goodness. What do they say? The camera adds 10 mistakes. All right, we're down to the final minute here. Let's take a peek. All right. Here we go. See what the Sadie girl's doing? Always watching me. Yep. Good enough. Oh, yeah. Looking good. Not done yet. So just keeping an eye on it. I'm going to say another 5 minutes. We'll see what it looks like then. See what an extra 5 did. Oh, I think we're getting close. I'm going to do another 5 minutes. I swear to goodness, I don't know how to operate this thing. All right, so we're going to do another 5. See where we're at there. So several months ago, I had noticed after editing videos for enough period of time that I hadn't even put outlet covers on my outlets. This has been a 4-year project running of a kitchen remodel, and I wanted to show you guys what I've done the latest, whatever. Check it out. I have baseboards and kick plates finally. Look at that. So, baseboards, kick plates, did the whole house. It's actually 4 rooms. I've been busy lately. I don't know if this interests you guys or not, but it is the neighbor's kitchen that you're actually seeing. So here soon, I got to do a tile backsplash. Let me know if that's something you want to see on the channel or not. Also, our pizza's about ready to be checked again, so let's get that going. So, see what's happening here. Got 2 minutes on the timer. Let's just take a peek. Yeah. I'm going to let it finish that 2 minutes, and we will check it from there. All right, so another trick that I learned when I was developing this is you want to let this rest for a little while. It will help get under it and lift it onto a cutting surface way more easier. So I'm going to let this sit just as is for about 5 minutes. And then we're going to see what we just made. All right, it's been about 5 minutes. It's kind of cooled down a little bit. Let's see if we can lift it out of there and slice it and see what it is that we have created. And look at this. Properly seasoned cast iron pan as alongside with the little sticking right there. Okay. That is why you want the butter around the walls of your cast iron. I didn't do a great job at that, so this is going to be not a 10 out of 10 lift, but pretty daggone close. Look at that. That is why you properly season your cast iron. Not bad. And the cornmeal helps too. Look at that. Can you guys see it all right? Let's get you in on that. Huh? Look at that. Let's go ahead. Get my trusty pizza cutter out here. And it cuts just like pizza because it is pizza. Look at this tomato with pepper on it. I gotta eat that now. Oh man. That's so good. This is still very hot. I'm going to set it down for a minute because, as you've seen, I have a proclivity to burn my mouth when I'm hungry. And I am hungry because it is 2 o'clock in the afternoon at this point. That's just how it goes. You got to check out Conley Family Farms if you're in my area. If not, you got to find yourself a local source. All right, you ready? It's so good. I don't know who's calling me, that's why I'm not answering. It's so good. And look, it's pizza crust made out of eggs and flour and some cream of tartar. There's just a couple of grams of carbs per serving. Totally customizable. You don't have to do the bacon and sausage and peppers and onion. But you do have to try this at home. And I hope you do. And I hope you let me know if you do. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me this week. Until next time, be well. That's a good breakfast right there.